The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Hosted by Chris, Kid USA, and Nappy Boy. Shout out to Ziggy, put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Let's go.
Oh my fucking God, my preparation is on point tonight. Yes, everyone. Welcome to hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast episode 178. I am your host, Mr. Team Brinkett. I have two special guests with me. One is, he introduced himself yesterday when we had our special episode, Mr. Malik X. Welcome to the show. And Mr. Rockin' Reese. Welcome back as always.
All right, peace. All right, peace and blessings, brother.
Yes, we are going to have a fun episode this evening. We got a lot to cover, but before I start, I need you guys to do this little thing for me. I need you to like the podcast and also leave a comment. I need you to subscribe, and I need you to hit that notification bell so you can get news and rumors from hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast exclusively on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you so much. But first, what we're going to do is, like we do every time we have any special guests on our show, Malik, we are going to pick on you first. We're going to see, like, number one, who are you?
Well, I hail from the great state, the great southern state of Richmond, Virginia. I started doing this like over 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. I started with a channel, which I'm not going to mention, like I said, in the YWC. But from there, I started doing my own thing, but not without a lot of trials and tribulations and some dark times. Like I said, which I'm not gonna mention and get into, because like I said, let's just say it was a lot of BS that went on, and it was basically, like I said, over the video I did, responding to another YouTuber about the Jordan Miles issue. And I've come a long way since then. You know, I've learned the game. You know. I've blocked all the enemies, you know, that I know of. And basically, I'm just doing like what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches in his book, Message to the Black Man. I'm you know, accepting my own and returning to my own. And basically, what I've been trying to do is build an all-black panel, even on my channel. Mm-hmm. And like I said, in the future, when I do a show, I would love to have you on.
Thank you. You know, I'll be honored. I'll definitely just let me know. And I will open my schedule up for you. Now, I do have a question or two. Now, sure. Yes, I've also been on the podcast game for 12 years. I started back in like 2009. Reese was actually one of my co-hosts for WCC Wrestling Competition Central that we run on Facebook. A lot of negativity, a lot of haters will do everything in your power to knock you off of what you're trying to do, what God has you, wherever is in God's plan. That's what I was trying to say. I would just like literally say, just keep doing what you're doing. When people hate on you, you're doing something right. You know, that's what I always say to anybody that's doing the podcasting. Podcasting is not easy. I'm telling you, I've been through it all. I've been through numerous guests, numerous co-hosts, and it's just like sometimes it just like it doesn't work. It just doesn't mesh of what you're trying to do. And these guys right here on my shirt right here, these are a great group of people. They'll be joining us pretty soon. Just right now, they just got some things that they're doing in their personal life, but they're doing awesome. Matter of fact, Kid USA just recently got a new job. let's see. James, he just recently had a kid. His name is Austin. Matter of fact, he was born on March 3/16 of this year.
Oh, congratulations.
So yes, everything is going good. And then Ziggy, of course, he pops up, whenever he's available. So shout out to them. But yes, you're basically the Black Panthers of the wrestling game, basically, in the podcast.
Basically, yeah, that's what I became. And the thing is, I have a show I do now, even though I just call it Wrestling Topics, with two brothers, with two brothers who are a friend of mine. One of them saw in the chat yesterday, Zargon. I had another friend, he lives in London. His name is Kid Stacy, but he stopped for a while because he has some personal things going on. But he reached out to me, he messaged me, because I keep messaging him and emailing him. I say he had personal stuff going on, and he's trying to come back. But I just tell him, take all the time you need, and to get your mind right, So it may be for us one day. Like I said, I'd love to have you on, and be five of us. So like I said, many brothers, many chosen ones I can get on. That's what's real. Like I said, my former friends who I thought were friends, but they really weren't. They don't like that. So like they don't like me trying to build, bring Black people together.
Sometimes you just have to say fuck them. Like there's people that will be for you. They'll laugh at your dreams, but then once you get successful, where you're at that point where you want to be, then they'll say they know you. And then when you get too successful, then they start hating on you in the background. And that's the type of people that you don't want to fuck with. I always say this to everybody. Everyone has a season. And when their season is up, you will know it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to T Master X from YouTube. I believe he's one of your viewers, I believe. I never seen this name before, but it seems like he's
you mean for me?
Yeah.
He might be. I don't know. I didn't see him before. Maybe he is.
Okay. But either way, he's here. And I'm about that life, so
All right, peace. Shout out to T Master X. Peace. Like I said, I probably have fans I don't even know about yet. I get comments on my videos from people, and what I do is I respond to each comment and say thanks for watching, sub to the channel if you like. If you're not already subbed, that's how I do.
Most definitely.
Every person that leaves a comment, especially a positive comment, I always thank them. That's how now this guy right here, Gino Morgan, I know him.
Yes, I've known Gino for a long time.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I've known Gino. So, yes.
All right, cool. On the family then. See, so
yes, most definitely. Yes. Joshua, what's going on? Yep. Yes. John Blaine. Yes, we will talk, my brother. We will definitely talk. Vinny, what's going on? Corey, what's going on? And remember, everybody share the podcast, like the podcast, and all that good shit. But yes,
I already shared it on Facebook already. I already posted it twice.
Okay,
cool. Friends in the chat and on my page. So
cool. Thank you so much. All right. So, is there anything else that you want us to know about you? The icebreaker is all about you. So, just tell us what you want us to know about.
Like I said, when I started in 2015, that's when I came along. Like I said, I came along with a group I probably shouldn't have been involved in. But the channel was run by another Black man, but he turned out to be, just not what I thought. And see, this is why I didn't know in this game. I know about the trolling, the doxing, all this other mess, and I had to learn the hard way. So, like I said, I swung with it. I swung back, and basically, eventually, people left me alone. I started doing my own thing. Like I said, I have a camcorder because if you see on my channel, a lot of videos are filmed in my car. Because I have a JVC camcorder which I film in my car too. So then I started doing StreamYard too. So so I'm doing both ways. So and current president, I have 711 subscribers.
That's what's up. You got more than me.
Yeah, I was wondering. You got all the graphics and all the bits up in the great intro. See, I don't even have that. I mean,
listen, Ziggy, he does that for us. He's our producer of the show, so he does all of that. So like, I don't really fuck with YouTube like that, but if I really need to fuck with them, then I'll up my game on YouTube because I've been working with YouTube for like years. So your game looks more up to me, but see, like I said, I don't have any financial corporate backing. I'm just me, and I'm real, and I see. Oh, we don't either. Of this right here. This is coming out of our pocket or whatever, but
And
hopefully.
I would love to buy one of them shirts from you. The heels shirt. I would love to buy it and I would wear it
Oh,
proudly.
thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, anything that I can help you with you and your channel, definitely, I will definitely get on board. So yes, we're definitely helping each other out. So, but no, thank you so much for that information. But yes, Mr. Rockin' Reese, I brought you on tonight because there was some things that we were talking about that I wanted to bring you on here as well, because you're very insightful when it comes to the wrestling business. And so that brings us to segment one. Segment one, we are going to be talking a little bit about, if I can bring it up. Okay, so last week's wrestling recap. It's been a very busy week for all of us, and all this, it started with this right here. Team Bad breaks up on Raw. Everyone, like I said, this is a recap. If anything that you want to know, go to the hashtag Heels for Life page, YouTube, go to Malik's. We've been talking about this like all week. It's been breaking news like every day. You have been seeing me on here talking about this whole situation. First it was racial, then it was these two black chicks have attitudes. They're unprofessional. They're doing wrong for the business. I mean, all of this shit that has happened this week. And right now, Sasha's living her best life. The last time we seen her, she was on her YouTube. She was on her Instagram page, and she was, I believe, at a concert with one of her friends, whatever.
I saw that. Yeah, it was actually Snoop Dogg's son. It posted on Twitter. She was on stage dancing, like nothing's wrong. Everything's cool. So she don't care. Of course, we haven't seen Naomi anywhere.
Yeah, we haven't seen Naomi, and I think that's the part that we're going to kind of tack on in a little bit.
She's probably at home, like I said, because as long as her husband's working, he can be the breadwinner and she can chill for a while. So she's probably like I said, Naomi and Sasha are two different people.
Exactly.
One's the bigger star, obviously. Other one's a little more, I mean, she's classy, but I am gonna miss her feeling the glow. And actually, when I was out shopping today, I was playing my iPod in my car, Rick James Glow, and I was thinking of Naomi. So
yes, let's see. So it was announced on SmackDown this past Friday that they are indefinitely suspended, and we don't know how long it's going to be. There were on the dirt sheet sites that apparently they've been taken off of the intro. They've been taken off of the Facebook page. Trinity and Mercedes basically changed their whole entire bio on Twitter and on Instagram. So when they do that, that means something else is going on. Now, everyone has been asking me and asking Reese, and I know they probably been asking Mr. Malik over here that, is this a storyline? This is not a storyline at all. If this was a storyline, I don't think they would be changing their pages on their social media. I mean, you got to take into consideration, everyone, that everything is not a is not a storyline. This is not. The WWE has been blasting Naomi and Sasha for the whole entire week. This is not a storyline. And the comments I made yesterday, a lot of people were kind of upset because I said a lot of, I don't like calling white people out their names though, but there's a lot of crackish bullshit that's been going on, and a lot of house nigga shit that's been going on.
Oh, say it, brother. Say it, brother.
I mean, there's been a lot of bullshit that's going on, and if you pay attention to the wrestling business, you know that I'm not saying this out of being malicious. I'm saying this shit because I'm being real about this shit. There's a lot of Randy Ortons and Charlottes and the ones that's royalty has not been punished whatsoever for being disrespectful, being inappropriate, being unprofessional, and these are those, and they have not been punished. And then when we bring that shit up, they're saying that I have an attitude because they're saying that I'm a black man that shouldn't have any feelings, and I shouldn't feel some type of way when I see, you know, a black person that's being disrespected continuously over and over and over again. And Naomi is not on the level of Charlotte or Sasha Banks. And I don't understand why she's been disrespected for years and years and years and years. And that's why it's a problem with her, because she can't just go somewhere else. And I mean, she can go somewhere else though, but it'll be harder for her versus Sasha. Sasha is well established. Naomi, on the other hand, is not. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring that up. Excuse me. If you guys have anything y'all want to bring up, please say so.
Well, we know why Charlotte Flair is royalty. Like I said, look who the father is. That's automatic. So
yeah, that part. Reese, you've been quiet. What's up?
Yeah. Now, when it comes to Charlotte, yeah, because when I looked at this whole situation, okay, I know, like, for the people arguing, yeah, they got contracts under WWE. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But here's where you got to ultimately look at Vince. You have a women's tag team that actually wants to do something with your championships, because you basically haven't had a division since you brought the damn belts into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You have a team that has no dissension. So why put them in a six-pack challenge where one of them beats the other and you create said dissension?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you ain't gonna pull like a Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero going into WrestleMania 21 kind of deal, because yeah, them two can pull something off like that and fans would be interested in it. Whereas Sasha and Naomi, fans don't want them to be fighting each other while they're the tag team champions. They actually want to see, oh, can WWE finally do something in this women's tag team division? And based on the matches that they had, now granted, I think only one was an actual championship match, but judging what we've seen Sasha and Naomi do as a team, yeah, the fans we're slowly getting into them a little bit, and they're thinking, all right, our champions are established. Now if we could get some teams, it's like, hey, maybe we might be able to salvage this half of the women's division after all.
So what do you think now? So when they do come back, do you think all the momentum has just been like shot? Like, I mean, because it's like literally they're going to be starting over. That's what I'm getting. They're
with Naomi, I think it will be, because like we brought up, out of the two with the name, yeah, even though Naomi is married to Jimmy Uso, but we all know Jimmy hasn't exactly had the cleanest past either. But it's like with Naomi, like, she's never been that top level one. Yeah, she's been a SmackDown Women's Champion or whatever, but yeah, she ain't been in that level where like a Charlotte's been, or like a Becky Lynch's been, or where Lita or Trish Stratus has been. Like, she always been on that, like, maybe 1A, 1B kind of level. Whereas
it's like she's like teeter-tattering. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And that would be a major setback for her, because like we said yesterday, like Naomi, it took her 6 years to even get some type of spotlight. And now, because she walked out, because, you know, she had an attitude, quote unquote, now this is going to set her back like probably another couple years. And that's why I even said this to Sasha and Naomi. I say, if you get this tweet, please, just, you know what I'm saying, for my blood pressure and my pre-diabetes, please do not re-sign with this goddamn fucking company, because they obviously do not give a fuck about your life. They don't give a fuck about your culture, and they don't give a damn about your worth. Because if they did give a damn about your worth, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Shit would not be public right now. And you know, people like to resign with the WWE because they're getting all the fucking money. But then when they're not getting, when they don't like their storyline, they go to the boss and then they start, you know, saying, "Hey, I don't like this," and blah blah blah. And then when the boss says, "No, I think we're going to stay on this path," and then they get upset. With Sasha been disrespected because, from my understanding, someone took her spot at WrestleMania. Someone took her spot, and I guess she got upset and she felt some type of way.
Ronda Rousey. Cold.
Yeah, but Malik, you ain't lying though.
I mean, no, he's not.
I'm saying, as I said, apologies.
He's not at all, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this has been building up with Sasha, and you know, Cameron, which is Naomi's former partner, even went on to say that she was manipulated by Sasha, and saying, like, I'm sorry, but this is from my opinion, looking out. On the outside, I think she threw a lot of shade at Naomi, saying that she didn't know how to think for herself, and even went on to saying that, oh well, if we were still in a tag team, that wouldn't be happening because I like to suck the white man's dick. So you know, but you know, that's either here or there. You know,
that's not a story, but all day. And remember, coming from a woman who I told yesterday said white babies are cuter and doesn't date black men. So I'm not surprised that she would say a comment like that, you know, but whatever. I'm not either. I'm not either.
You know what though? I can also look at this another way, and this be real appropriate since we're actually getting ready to hit the 20th anniversary of this incident. Remember when Stone Cold walked out because he ain't want to lose to Brock on Raw with no build or anything?
Now, I know where you're going with this, but isn't this a little bit different, though?
It's a lot different, but...
Okay.
I'm going to throw with how this could actually spin for Sasha, and actually, this could be that way to finally get Naomi to break through. Because all this time off, you know, the fans are going to probably wind up rallying behind these two. And it's
most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Damn. The only way I can really see this working is like if you have the fan, and you know, like they going to Chicago, and you know Chicago loves hijacking whenever Vince does something stupid.
Very much so.
You have them like chanting for Sasha and Naomi during a boring segment during the show. We know there's going to be a couple of Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Yeah, and then you keep that snowballing on the Raws and SmackDowns and anything else coming up. And it's going to be like, at some point, Vince going to be like, no, I'm getting tired of these damn fans. So it's like, I'm going to have to bring them back. But the thing is now, Sasha and Naomi are actually going to be in the power play card because now it's like, all right, first you tried to split us up. Now you're going to want us back. It's like, Sasha would be a little bit stronger with negotiating, but it's like, in Naomi's case still, yeah, she actually is going to have Vince by the balls even worse because it's like, then she was probably the one that was about to get screwed over and put into a match against Bianca, which is going to be a clear loss. I was like, yeah, because outside of that one WrestleMania when she won the SmackDown Women's title, Naomi really hadn't had like any major moments.
No.
And
the crazy thing is too,
back with Charlotte just a few months ago, you could have built her off of that, but no, you put her in that damn storyline with Sonya Deville, which, man, that one went way too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Reese, I want to bring something up that we were talking about in WCC. I actually made a meme out of this. You know, she did win this.
Oh yeah, the women's battle royal. Yeah.
I mean, it did jumpstart her career, but still.
Okay.
I think that. Well, actually,
nigga. Well, actually, it really kind of did, and then it kind of didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, she only won twice with the women's championship, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. And,
Okay.
First time she won it, she had to give it up because she got hurt during the match. She won the title.
So she won it 3 times.
Nah, it was twice. It was only
Twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So with Naomi, I mean, the only thing that she has over Vince is family. She's married to a Uso that is a undisputed tag team champion, which brings me to the Bloodline. The Bloodline right now, everybody, is the hottest fucking trio right now in wrestling. Okay, but more importantly,
where I was about to go now.
Okay, right, because number one, the Bloodline is very entertaining. I will say that they are very entertaining. But the problem is that the WWE has put themselves, their backs is against the wall now. Now, they're putting all the titles in one container, and you can't do that. If you really want your company to flourish, if you will, you need to at least have everyone involved. That's how the WWE has been successful for all of these years, for all these decades, because they always had a supporting cast around the major player. But right now, Vince is so goddamn senile that he does not want to pay attention to the real problem. The problem is that you got the tag team titles on one tag team, and then you got the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship on one person. I get that, Roman Reigns is the face. But the issue is, okay, so who's going to take Roman's place when he goes down? Because he virtually can go down at any moment, and we had a glimpse of that this past January when he caught the coronavirus, which that's what we feared in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget, he also injured his shoulder at WrestleMania.
Exactly, and remind you, he had leukemia. You know what I'm saying? And then they was panicking then. So it's not, and then everybody keeps saying Cody's not Jesus of wrestling. Stop it. I don't want to hear that shit. Cody is not doing anything that he didn't that anything different versus when he was in AEW. He's doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's getting more pyro, he's getting more time, but he was getting time when he was in AEW. But they said that they want him to be the first, I guess the major face right now in the WWE. So I mean, okay, let's run with it. But Hell in the Cell, I have some questions for Hell in the Cell because there's no champion, and there's no champion that's going to be there, and you just have the Bloodline. There's no one else to really talk about, and I think that's the part that's really kind of irritated me because the WWE can easily fix this situation, but they just don't want to. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't think they don't want to. I don't think they can't because other than the Bloodline, there's no one else entertaining. There's no one else to be emotionally invested in. Look who you got. You got Madcap Moss. Happy Corbin is a damn joke because he was cool when he first came out when he had long hair and tattoos.
Baron Corbin is a crackhead.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that too. Yeah. And then Sheamus. His time is long past. Sheamus and them two other guys, they're a joke. Okay, you have Judgment Day. I don't see them really, pushing any merch or going anywhere except maybe with the image because Edge is there. Edge is the face of that.
Judgment Day. I can fuck with it to a certain degree. But I kind of fuck with it.
I don't see Judgment Day really a long-term thing of entertainment because I can't get invested in Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Damien Priest are behind Edge just to get a push. Just try to get them a push. You know what I mean? And then what else you got on Raw? You have the comic relief 24/7. You got Ron R-Truth, Dana Brooke, Tozawa, and the whole marriage thing, that old BS. What else you got? All you got is the Bloodline. they have to carry the Usos and Roman have to carry this company now for a while, and that's Vince's fault. Like I said, Vince is getting older, now, and also his darling corporate daughter just took a leave of absence, and I saw something
right that part. Yeah,
they're saying people who know her know the family. There's other reasons. There's other reasons other than her spending time with the family. There's something wrong there. There's something going on.
Yeah, because because we talked about that too. That Stephanie McMahon, like her children, aren't they like damn near teens?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
The oldest one is.
Okay, so
other two are pushing it.
So my whole thing. Okay, I'm not gonna try to be petty on this podcast, you know, even though y'all have seen my petty days. But I'm just saying, like, okay, they're not like, you know, this is not childhood. This is not like, you know, they're infants. Now you want to say after all these years that now you want to play with your family now, you know? But I guess the good side about it is that Triple H is coming back full time, I believe.
Yeah, he is. He's already back full time.
And if it was me, because I'm a petty motherfucker, I would literally say, I would spit in Vince's face and say, fuck you. Because everything that you did with NXT, you tore down just to make it Pornhub, which we would be talking about this evening, but you know, whatever. She's not, that's what I'm saying, like, she's not pregnant. If she's not pregnant, like, why, like, all of a sudden now she wants to go and spend time with her family unless something else is going on?
I've heard this also. When Nick Khan was doing all those releases and budget cuts, most of Stephanie McMahon's staff was cut. They say that it's been speculated that also may have had something to do with it, because he fired a lot of her staff. So see, there's some shit going on in that company, some dark shit going on in that company that we're not gonna see just yet.
But are you surprised though?
No, I ain't surprised. No,
because the WWE
it's karma. I'm karma. Vince has had this coming for a long time. I want to see that company burn to the ground. But for all the
shit, a lot of people would be angry at you for saying that, like you wanted the WWE to burn and shit, you know.
Well, it deserves it though. I mean, it's Vince. It deserves it. I mean, I'm talking about this be for China, Owen Hart. You know.
Yeah, I mean.
They don't.
Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, so let me put this up on your screen. So Eric Bischoff has been on I don't. Okay, the people that's watching right now at home and you guys that's in the comments, can you tell me what is going on with Eric Bischoff? Like, he says that, and I quote, he said, I almost wish that I could reboot WCW. WCW have been absorbed by the WWE, so I don't really understand that shit. But anyway, I almost wish I could reboot WCW just to show Nick Khan how it's done. I wouldn't have a comedy champion. Oh. Or make fans wait 3 years for a payoff to a story. I could restart WCW tomorrow and get more viewers than AEW. Not an opinion, it's a fact. Khan isn't a genius. He got lucky. Damn. What do you guys think about that? That is tea.
Well, here's the thing.
Ooh, shit.
In my opinion, Eric Bischoff is retired. Needs to stay retired. I think he's bored. He wants to get back in the spotlight. I don't know why.
He's bored.
He's bored. I think people get bored because the fame is gone and they want the fame back somehow. I think deep down. But as far as rebooting WCW, if we see a repeat of what we saw before WCW went down, no thanks. So Bischoff needs to stay home. As far as Tony Khan goes, Tony Khan came in as a financier. Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks started AEW. The credit to the founders of AEW was Cody Rhodes and company in the Elite. They started AEW because when AEW first came about, with the first pay-per-view, Tony Khan wasn't even a thought. No one knew who he was. I mean, who's Tony Khan? I mean, Cody financed this. They put the show together. The Young Bucks, him and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, they put the show together in AEW together. Tony Khan came along as basically a young version of Ted Turner because he had money. So that's how I feel about Tony Khan. So Tony Khan is just a man with money. And then, of course, as you see what happened, he somehow manipulated his way to power, and Cody Rhodes got booted out. But then again, I think Cody Rhodes sold out, at least to me. Because all those passionate shoots he did on WWE, and then you want to go work for him again, that don't make sense. And see, here's the thing. See, you talk about the bloodline. Who's going to challenge Roman Reigns? The guy that challenged Roman Reigns is the appointed Jesus, or the appointed man is going to be Cody Rhodes. He's going to challenge Roman Reigns. That's what I ever say. That's nothing. You know, you need to bring somebody up new, because see, people know Cody Rhodes. You got to be Vince got to come with something new. But see, it's going to take somebody else to run WWE and Vince to retire for something to change. You know what I mean?
Reese.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Easy. I know.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted WCW to be successful, maybe you shouldn't have let billionaire Ted and his people have so much influence over the company, because that should have primarily just been you running it. But then, you were loving Ted's money so much that you kind of also let his people have the power. And then once that whole AOL Time Warner thing went down, they kind of said, screw you. But then again, I could also date back to some things Eric did, because like when y'all put 60 million people up in the NWO, and you tried building up new stars, only to kind of make the in the low to mid card range. And please don't get me started on Starrcade '97 and how you screwed up the match of the century at that point in time.
Are you talking about the Polka Doom?
Oh no! Nah, the whole thing was Sting and Hogan.
Oh, for just kind of entertain us real quick about that. What happened in that match?
Yeah, because Hogan tried to use his creative control card, and they were supposed to do like a fast count deal. And Brett was supposed to come down because he was a referee in the Bischoff match. He came down and was supposed to say, no, fast count not happening. He was, and then the match was supposed to restart, and then of course Sting would wind up winning. Unfortunately, here's where things got screwed up. Nick Patrick did a legitimate 3 count, so then they had to try and cover it by going through the rest of the stuff. And then basically, and the rematch, which happened the next night on Nitro, that one was even more convoluted than the match that happened at Starrcade.
I saw that match. I saw that whole thing. Yeah, I kind of thought what they did, because they were basically trying to throw a jab at Vince for what happened to Brett at '97 at the Montreal thing. I saw Brett coming in there saying it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. And then Sting won, putting Hogan in the sharpshooter. I saw that, like I said, when it came out. I didn't see it on pay-per-view. I saw the tape when I used to rent VHS tapes. I rented the tape and I watched it. So, that's how I saw it. Yeah. But you're right, yeah.
Wow. That is wow. So I'm gonna move on, because like I ain't gonna let that motherfucker fuck up my energy. Lana, what's
boy?
Yeah, what's going on? I mean, she's showing her pussy lips and all this shit, and they said that she made 20 grand in one, I believe, in one in 1 hour. Are you saying that it ties into what we're going to be talking about toward the end of the show? Yeah,
basically she's taking the Tammy Sitch route. She's she's coming back to wrestling, because have you seen that post with Braun Strowman? Him and Lana and them, it's WS Entertainment going over in England. It's former WWE stars wrestling for the first time. The thing is, with this, she can't wrestle. So, and the thing is, if I'm Miro and that's my wife, I said, no, I'm gonna make some money. You're not doing that. I don't want my wife putting herself out like that. I mean, because all she's doing is being a hoe. All she's doing is being another internet hoe doing this.
I mean, I have a question. So when Rock said that, that flexible comment, I wonder, did he really smash?
He probably did. I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I'm dead ass. Like I want to know how do he know that she's flexible?
Yeah, that's a real good question.
He did say she knew that she liked to chill at the meatpacking district.
You know what? No, here's the thing. She went one-on-one with the great one.
She went one-on-one with the great one.
Probably behind.
And apparently she did a spin-a-rooney on his dick. I mean, you know, I was reading that promo. That promo was like hilarious. But yes,
yeah. See, look, they're supposed to be married and committed, but I think there's a whole lot of swinging going on.
I really believe so. I really believe that we got a Jada Pinkett, Will Smith type of relationship going on. I think I don't understand how Miro can be like fine with this. Like your woman is showing her pussy lips in front of, like, you know, thousands of thirsty, you know, fans that don't take showers. So like that's my whole thing. I mean, y'all laughing, but I had some bad experience. Listen, I had some bad experiences at some of these wrestling events. You know, white motherfuckers not taking showers and shit, and then had the audacity to be smelling like piss and vinegar and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then black folks, they, you know, some of them motherfuckers would smell like ass juice and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had some bad experiences, I'm telling you. And now you got these fans now going to, you know, they're going to get the Vaseline and shit, and they're going to jag off to Lana. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how you going to be cool with this.
And that, unless Miro think he like the Bulgarian Hugh Hefner or Larry Flynn or something, yeah, I got nothing on that one because.
What took her so long? Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
And look,
you know what? She was probably doing it when she was starring in Pitch Perfect.
Very much so. That is very true. Very true. You know, I mean, she got to make some money somewhere because, like, I mean, like I said, the girl can't wrestle. She can't wrestle, and she barely can do a promo.
Really?
You know, I mean, the only thing that she can do is use pussy power. I mean, that's basically what she can do.
And look, she makes Ronda Rousey look good, and that's saying a lot. Trust me. Think about it.
Yes, everybody subscribe to Malik X.
Yes, I do.
Yes, subscribe to Malik X. That is Malik's channel, and also subscribe to hashtag Heels for Life. I'll just leave it down so you guys can. I can put
the link to my channel in the private chat if you want.
No, we can just put this out here. So yeah.
Okay.
Let's see some other news. Let's see. Okay. I do not know what's. Oh wait, wrong one.
We've seen that before.
Brock Lesnar 2.0. So apparently he was supposed to be handpicked for Edge's to be the fourth person of Judgment Day, but supposedly it was supposed to be a major secret, and it was supposed to keep it from, you know, Brock Lesnar's son. But it was said that the reason why that didn't happen because they found something out about him, and yeah, I don't know what they found out, but they didn't really go into details about what they found out. So it's either he was sucking some dick, or he was like probably out selling some ass, or something.
Oh boy,
something was going on. Because yeah, so if he was supposed to be the fourth man, I mean, and then they backed out at the last minute. Yeah, I don't know. Matter of fact, I think he got fired if I'm not mistaken, right?
He was one of the budget cuts. Yeah, he got released. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah.
Oh, going back up a second. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, what was it
with Joe Gacy, the Mr. Inclusivity with the cult and all that, and on 2.0. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, NXT Nickelodeon actually had a dark side during the program.
Oh. Interesting.
Wow. What I would say was I noticed something for months now. Okay, Lana's doing this, but Miro hadn't been wrestling, so it's like,
yeah, what's up with that? Like, why he's been wrestling?
He's been missing, so it's kind of strange. See, and he's gonna come with AEW.
Yeah, because Miro. Yeah, because he jagged his neck up and
one of the matches. Got it. Okay, yeah. Okay, we can move on. Yeah, but as far as Brock 2.0, he was supposed to. He looked good. He had a good look. I mean, I never saw him wrestle, but I've heard. He was. I guess he had same moves similar to Brock or whatever. But he was big and strong. But hey, it is what it is in the long run.
So McQuan, he asked. He said, "Did we talk about the comment that Nia Jax made about Roman?"
Oh, I didn't see that.
I have it. You guys,
I hadn't seen it either.
No. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up because, as a matter of fact, McQuan sent this to me. Hold on one second. Let me see. What can we? Because I need as a matter of fact, while I find it, talk about this. This is in today's history, wrestling history, on May 22nd, TLC 3, the Lost TLC. Let's get into this. This TLC happened on SmackDown. I believe this was on 2001. This was actually one of the greatest TLC matches I've ever seen on national television. It was Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho versus Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys. That match was and the Hardy Boys. Yes, that match was fucking insane.
Oh, I remember that shit. Crazy. Yeah, back when it was good. See, that's when it was good wrestling. That's when WWE had it going on at the time.
Yes,
going on.
That match was loaded. I mean, it was like completely loaded. I do not know how Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho walked out with their lives and their titles.
Yeah,
it's just insane. But yeah, you guys talk about that. I'm going to try to find this comment.
All right, actually, I just found it myself, but I'm
gonna post it on here so everybody know what we're talking about. Hang on.
But as far as that TLC match goes, normally when you add somebody, it can mess up chemistry. But this just goes to say how good Jericho and Benoit were, that they could interact with all three of these teams who, what was that, just a mere 2 months earlier, WrestleMania, that they had TLC 2?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, what? And then to put on just as good of a match live on SmackDown and with the fourth team, and that just goes to speak to all four. And I'm like, man, there should have been way better fortunes for all of those teams involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Now, that was the first time that they ever tag team. Was that correct?
What, Jericho?
Yeah, I think that
they'd only just because unless they did it in Japan, because this is definitely their first time they teamed up on on mainstream TV or whatever, because like I said, they were only just formed at a Judgment Day earlier that month, and then the next night when Triple H had his first quad injury, that's when they won the belts.
Right.
Oh yeah, right. Jericho and Chris Benoit, they were basically two of the best. And at one point, I think before they teamed up, they were feuding. But didn't even know they were feuding. It's like I think Chris developed respect for him, and they started teaming up. So Jericho and Benoit teaming up, that's awesome. That's gold. And then of course with the Dudley Boys and the Hardys, you'll never have that again.
Yeah,
it's too bad.
Now on national television.
Especially now, see with the Dudleys are pretty much retired, and we're doing. I think Bubba's doing a podcast. Devon's doing something else, and they run a school. Jericho, of course, is in AEW. The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Mm-hmm.
The Hardy Boys also in AEW, but I say they're in the twilight of their careers. They can't do the high flying stuff too much longer. But like I said, back then when WWE had them, and this was like the post Attitude Era, going into the ruthless aggression era. That was awesome. That was probably one of the best matches and teams that WWE finally utilized and put together.
Yeah, I don't know why they went away from tag team wrestling like that. That's the part I guess
Of course, yeah, they've shitted on tag team wrestling is basically extinct. Like I said, and like I said, those women's tag belts are worth nothing.
No, and that's like the fucked up part. Like the tag team, the women's tag team like championships are like, let me see. Okay, so this is what McQuan said. This is what Nia Jax said. So a fan asked her, hold on, I think I got.
Well, I saw that. That's about Becky Lynch though. Somebody asked about a question about Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Becky have a good friendship or not? Laugh out loud. I don't think she has a good friendship with anyone. I can believe that. And basically, this goes back to when Nia broke her nose by accident.
Right. And then there was a question that was asked about Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
Yeah. And I'm seeing this one right now.
Oh, boy. I don't. Okay.
She does not acknowledge her tribal chief.
Wow.
Technically, you know what? They're family, don't you? They know part of the bloodline because she's a cousin of Rock, just like he is.
Very much so.
Too. But I guess maybe there's some jealousy there, big jealousy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because you know how family members are. Like, you know, if you are the favorite in the family, more than likely they hate you.
Well, basically, like I said, he's a big star and still has a job. She got released. And of course, has had a reputation for, you know, botching and injuring her coworkers, you know, for years and years. Oh, boy.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
okay,
there you go.
So, I'm trying to remove this, but it's not.
Hey,
allow me to.
Mr. Disrespectful. I have a question going towards this.
Yes.
I wonder what family reunions at the houses are like.
What'd you say?
I wonder what family reunions amongst the bloodline are like. The real family reunions.
I would love to witness those type of reunions. I would love to.
I kind of wonder,
especially considering you got members of Bullet Club also in there too.
You
know
exactly.
What I mean? Oh boy.
Oh my god! Like this is. Oh my god! I'm like really hating this right now.
Yeah. Actually, there's more to this story because because read down to it. And apparently Roman and Nia butted heads during the Survivor Series a couple years back because they did. Nia was supposed to do because Nia was supposed to do a table spot with Lana, but Roman said it. Yeah, y'all can't do it because he was supposed to have a table spot with Drew in the match, like when they had their match. So there's just like a whole bunch of back and forth on it, and apparently things got like really heated with it.
Let's see. I think we covered everything in the WWE. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be going to matter of fact, we did good with that within like 1 hour. So we are going to go to segment 2. We're going to talk about AEW Double or Nothing. We are 6 days away from AEW Double or Nothing. So let's kind of go over some of the matches that they have so far. Reese, if you can do the honors for me, or
all right, let me just pull up the card as it is.
Yeah,
all right, so
I'll pull it up too. I haven't been paying attention to it too much, but it looks good though. So I think there's like
Yep. Starting with the buy-in match, we have Hook and Danhausen going up against Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling on the buy-in.
I don't care about. I really don't care about the match. Yeah, don't really care.
Yeah, like honestly, this is pretty much going to be just Hook choke people out. Although Hook versus Nese 1-on-1, that I would have probably been a little more interested in, but
this
because basically that's where the real heat of this whole thing's at. So
Mhm.
But this being a tag match, this just I think something for the fans.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Next up, then we get to the actual show, and we have House of Black, Death Triangle finally settling things in a trios match.
That is going to be an absolute, like that's going to be a classic. I can just tell you that right now. That's going to be a classic. But I just don't know who's going to win. That's the thing. Like, who would it benefit more?
Ooh. Damn. Yeah, I gotta admit, that's a damn good question because, like, House of Black kind of feel like they've been floating a little bit, and then they got to do something big, and then Death Triangle just reunited, and yeah, this kind of one of those matches both of these teams need to win, but yeah,
right. But like, who would it set back? Like, I mean, because like you said, like House of Black really needs a win. It's like ever since they formed, it's like it's totally like the trio. I hate to say this though, but they're irrelevant. It's like you haven't really did anything special.
Yeah, it's like they've stalled.
Yeah, they stalled out.
They stalled.
And
they started off high, but ever since like I think like a one guy debut came in, they're beating them up like in segments, you know, like when people are jumping them and they're not being booked strong. So it's like, you know, Malachi Black, who I like, who I love. Like I said, he was good. He was awesome in WWE with his character. But before he had a chance to show what he could do, he got released. So when he came to AEW, I thought, you know, it'd be great. But, you know what I mean? It was. I think, you know, the booking was good, and you had to build up for him and everything. You know what I mean? Then he started the stable. So now, like I said, all that's stalling. So see, AEW, as much as I love them, they are slipping just a little bit, you know, with certain people. You know what I mean? Yeah, Malik, now to me, Judgment Day is a copy of the House of Black.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Purple light, the suit, the look of the edges, look on his face, like, you know, like he's like, you know, like with dark and Undertaker-ish in a sense. But like I said, that's a Black copy. So this is another problem with whack ass wrestling entertainment. Come with something original, like you used to, you know.
And that's what the WWE was really good at, like, you know, captivating storylines. And it's just like now, it's like they're basically counteracting what AEW is doing. People will say that, like, oh no, you're just being a hater. No, if you really look at what's going on, I mean, look, they got two champions on let me see, FTR. FTR is the Ring of Honor World Champions, and they are the Triple A Tag Team Champions. So the WWE said, "Oh well, let me see if we can counteract that or counter program that," you know. And it's just like it's just stupid.
And all right, then next up, Jade defends the TBS Championship against Anna Jay.
I love Jade, but a part of me is saying that she is really starting to get stale to me, dude. Like I like her attitude, but it's like there's too much, like there's too much of the storyline that's kind of a gray area. Like, how did Miss Stir It Up or whatever?
Yeah, Red Velvet.
Yeah, Red Velvet. How did she end up to be a bestie and they were worse enemies? Like,
that's a good question. I saw that too because she was a babyface and they were fighting all of a sudden, and then you got her and this other one, and they're all now the other baddies or something on the baddest. I see pictures with them, you know, like, okay, that's odd. So once again, AEW, you're booking and slipping. You see, you're doing things that's not making sense, and that makes you look like the other show, which is not good.
Right,
you know?
because they never told the backstory behind that, and maybe when she turned on her, maybe she'll tell us. But like,
I think as a viewer, you're supposed to ignore it and not notice.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is that they think we're stupid.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And I would hate to, and Tony Khan, I would hate to think that of you. You know what I mean, man? Like I said, I know as much as we support you, you're supposed to be the antidote to Monday Night Snooze and Friday Night Jack Off. You know, so you know.
Wow.
Yeah, like the only thing I could think of is this is just one of those, if you can't beat them, join them. And plus, this is where sometimes real life kind of unfortunately bleeds into wrestling, because even before Velvet first popped up on the scene as one of the baddies, you would actually see her, Kira, and Jade, like on TikTok and whatnot, be doing like dance videos with each other and whatnot. And
I saw one of that. I saw that.
Yeah. All right, so y'all three want to be together so much. There you go. Now you got you a stable.
And you notice, I noticed on one of those videos, Reese, on one of those TikTok videos, they show them dancing, and all of a sudden a Baden comes in the shot, and they all run off, and all of a sudden a Baden starts shaking the butt and dance. I'm like, are you serious? And to me, see, that's what's killed kayfabe. Fans are not supposed to see that you're friends. You're supposed to create the illusion and suspend our disbelief for our entertainment that, you know, you're enemies, you're bitter enemies. But to have a Baden who's technically a badass, you know, with the makeup and everything in the face, though, like she's wrestling's first zombie, for her to be on TikTok shaking her butt and this time, I was like, oh hell no. You just ruined my image of you. Oh my goodness.
As far as the match goes, Anna's like nice and whatever, but dude, she seemed like she'd been chilling more on Dark and Elevation more than like the big time. So it's like, and basically, Dark Order's just been like, what? These things go.
I'm just going back over the comments, y'all. Don't mind me.
Yeah, but I think Jade keeps the title, but that's going to play into something a little bit later. We'll get into the card, but yep. All right, next up, triple threat for the tag belts. Jurassic Express defend against Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Pops, and Swerve and Keith Lee.
Oh, that's going to be potentially match of the night.
Probably so, yeah.
That's going to be probably match of the night. No, I wouldn't even say match of the night. I think that's going to be a show stealer. I really believe that. The Blacks, quote, have a 95% chance of winning and taking it away from Jurassic Express. But the question is which one of them black teams is going to win? And who would it benefit the most? You got Ricky Starks. Well, I really can't call. I don't know what he is. I think he light skinned. I'm not sure. Anyway, you got Ricky Starks, Power Hobbs, and Mr. Swerve and Keith Lee. So Keith Lee and Swerve only been in AEW for a couple of months, versus Hobbs and Ricky Starks. They've been in AEW since the beginning. But then when I look at Ricky Starks and when I look at Hobbs, they really don't. I can't gravitate towards them. That's the thing. I hate to say that, but like I can't do it. Yeah, and then what Kevin just said, they should have made it a ladder match. If they made it a ladder match, I think I would fuck with that. I would just fuck with the whole entire match. But right now, I really want Swerve and Keith Lee to win. That's just me. But it's going to be a fight. I would definitely take next Sunday. We're going to see a fight. We're going to see a fight happen. But and Christian is going to turn heel.
Yeah,
I kind of see that building a little bit. The way he will, the way he was holding, Luke Perry's son. Yeah, so like I said, the whole card looks good as far as fights. You know what I mean? Like CM Punk and Hangman Page. That looks good. And to me, the main event, like I said, the main event, I guess what they call them, the Battle Club versus Jericho's group.
Yeah.
That should be nice. That's gonna be. They said they're gonna have some blood and guts in that one, and I'm hoping to see some blood. I ain't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, when you saying that the black teams are there, I was so tempted to pull a Steiner math with that one, but
Why?
no, because remember, like, mostly because it's like when it comes to triple threats, ever since Scott Steiner did that damn promo, is like that always goes through my head at some point. But
the math,
it's funny as hell though. But yeah, I gotta admit, like, this one I kind of gotta bring Stark's got a point, because, and you just brought it up, him and Hobbs, they've been on the scene a lot longer than Swerve and Keith do.
Very much so.
Yeah, and they actually have been putting in some tag team work, especially since Starks came off of his neck injury and whatnot, and they was kind of teaming even before he got hurt.
Yeah. And that part I get, but the thing is, can you carry a division? This is not, sorry to say this though, but this is not the FTW championship. This is not a fake championship that you're holding. You're actually representing a whole division, and it's like I just don't think that Hobbs and Ricky Starks got that. Like I don't see it.
Like with them, I think they kind of got like a little Shawn Michaels, like Kevin Nash kind of thing going on, like from back in the day, because Starks clearly got like the charisma to him, because
most definitely.
Yeah. And then Hobbs, like I said, he's kind of like, if Ricky Starks is the Shawn Michaels, Powerhouse Hobbs is Kevin Nash. It's like they definitely got that dynamic with them.
Yeah. And Kevin, you know what? I feel you on that. It's like Ricky Starks should be in singles competition, not in tag team. It's just and Hobbs should be by himself as well. Yeah, man. I think honestly, no disrespect to Taz, but I think they need to get away from Taz. Team Taz is just it's not going anywhere. It's just drowning with no purpose. There's no purpose behind Team Taz.
And Brother Malik, if I could go to you on this one, because in the road Chris' point, I think they do, because your most popular member already don't hang with y'all anymore because Hook's doing his own thing,
and that's his son.
Stark, like I said, he's about ready to. And Kevin, I also agree with you too on that one. Stark is going to be singles in a matter of time.
Very much so. Probably sooner than later. What'd you say, Reese?
And I was like, Hobbs is pretty much going to roll too. So I'm like, And that's why I wanted to go to Malik with that one, is like, do you see Team Taz like breaking up soon?
They should, they've been around a long time, and see Taz had his time, and see the whole Team Taz concept. He's been doing that for a long time, because he did it in TNA for a while. Because I remember he managed Samoa Joe, because he saw Samoa Joe as another Taz. So the Team Taz, Taz is good on commentary. Stick with that and let these guys go out, on their own and do their own thing, so they can grow. You know what I mean? And like as far as this match, I like to see Hobbs and Swerve, win the belts. Like I said, because those two are like I said, homegrown AEW talents. See, Keith Lee is a former, of course, WWE superstar. And Australia, I think it's Swerve is
both of With that point, now I see where it could be a problem, because you're putting tag team titles on not homegrown talent. You're putting it on former WWE stars.
And see, that's also the same route WCW did for years and years. And that's what killed them. See, they're putting. This is why Jericho and all them left. Mass Exodus left and went to WWE in the first place. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, etc. So, like I said, push your homegrown talent. stop. I know you're bringing in the XW stars, but try growing your own home talent more instead of bringing in these former stars just for ratings and attention. You know what I mean?
Right.
See, AEW I think was doing fine, but without bringing in former stars, they were doing fine.
They didn't really need all
Kenny
of this
Omega. I mean, he's in it right now, but
yeah.
Kenny Omega was the man. Young Bucks, you know, and Cody Rhodes, who I still wish was there. You know, like I say, you know, I think for a wrestling company, AEW or whoever, I think the point is, despite WWE's, you know, money and machinery and, you know, and glitz and glamour, if you saw a company, just hire wrestlers and build them. Hire new wrestlers that no one knows and build them up. And like I say, what I would do is, former W stars, yeah, I know you want a job, but no, we don't need you. We're trying to build on brand. You know, just build these wrestlers. I wouldn't hire no former W stars. They may not like me for that, but it's proven a point. See, we're going to succeed without the presence of CM Punk or Bryan Danielson or, you know, this person, that person. You know what I mean?
Right.
And in the long run, I think the hardcore wrestling fans would respect you for that, because they see that you don't want to, you know, go that route. Because see, this is all it is a repeat. You know how you say, if you don't learn from history, you're doing to repeat it. AEW right now is starting to repeat WCW history. And you think about it, Tony Khan, in a sense, it is almost like Eric Bischoff in a way. They're identical, see, because they're doing the same thing. The only difference is it's not Ted Turner's checkbook; it's Tony Khan's checkbook.
Correct. That's correct.
All right. Then in a rematch 5 years in the making, Hardy's Young Bucks.
That looks good.
Either way, I mean, I like both tag teams, but I think this is supposed to be. I think this is, in my eyes, I think that this is passing of the torch. I think Young Bucks should win this one because Hardy's really wouldn't have. I mean, it wouldn't really make any sense for the Hardys to win. I mean, because the Hardys are they're damn near about to retire. So, I mean, it wouldn't even make any sense for them to win. So.
Yeah, and the Bucks haven't had a win since they, like, dropped the belts. So. Yeah, so that would be kind of cool. But then again, I kind of see the Hardys winning it because, like I said, if anybody remembered when they dropped their Ring of Honor tag belts back to the Bucks, like it did shoot up the next night at WrestleMania for that ladder match and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, because I could see like the Hardys getting that win back. So either way, it's going to wind up happening.
Derek said that it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1. Oh,
yeah. So. All right.
I actually do remember they fought one, but I'm like struggling to remember the other time they fought besides Final Battle.
Don't worry, nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the only person that would be, well, he passed away like 20 years ago.
And who was that?
Sorry, Kurt, we love you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's perfect. But let's just jump Malik for a bit. Yeah, this one. So, Team Jericho versus Team Kingston.
Oh, the sports entertainer. I'm sorry, it's not sports entertaining. It's it's a blood and gore match. The heels are going to lose on this one. Yeah, for some reason, this is a face type of match because the faces have always won. Now, what they could do is they could flip it and have the heels win. They could do that. Because remind you, the Jericho Society need a dominating statement type of win. And this will be a match where this will be a big statement. I mean, they beat like the major, faces of the trio, in the trios or whatever. So me personally, I think the Jericho Society should win.
Malik?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I had to do something. No, so where we at? Are we talking about
Jericho versus Kingston.
the Kingston team versus Jericho's team. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm gonna pick Kingston's team. I just think they should win. That's where it's leaning. You know what I mean? Like I said, because Jericho, he's a long time veteran, and these are bad guys. The bad guys. I just think I think it's for this man. Like I said, I'm expecting to see a very entertaining, good fight. I think Kingston's team is going to go over. If not, that means they're going to continue the feud for a while. You know what I mean? It's going to be a war for a while, and then maybe at the next pay-per-view, they'll win, or it'll come down to a one-on-one from each group.
Dan, I'm split on this one because first of all, I know some people talked about it, but I still hadn't seen footage of it yet. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened with Danielson's leg because I know, like, there was reports coming about it. Like, he got his leg caught on the ramp, like in between like when they had that fight on Rampage, but then like they went to black. So I'm guessing somehow that's going to play into it.
Yeah.
But more importantly, and I'm going to ride with Chris and think Jericho's team wins this one because after that damn ether job he done laid on everybody, especially going after Regal. Kingston and Daniels saying that getting in that shoving match, I was like, I see like, okay, both of them are going to obviously deal with Jericho, but I can also see Santana, Ortiz, and Kingston going after BCC, especially like when Wheeler comes back from Japan. So it's like, yeah, I can see like the battle between Team Kingston and BCC like developing in between there.
Okay.
Yeah, and Malik, since you're going, can we get your thoughts for the Hardys and Young Bucks?
Oh, okay. I would pick the Young Bucks. I would have the Young Bucks go over, just to keep their momentum, somewhat, keep their momentum on the up and up. Because the Hardys, they're established stars, and the Young Bucks, they've kind of, I guess, stalled a little bit. I mean, I know they're heels, but I haven't seen them do anything exciting too much. They're just, dressing funny and talking and talking about this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I'd have them go over. So I don't want to give them, like I said, that's your homegrown talent. Give them a good heel push. Have the Hardys put them over. Because see, once again, the Hardys are still former WWF superstars for the most part. So you don't want to bury your homegrown talent. I mean, that's just my opinion.
All right, and then next up, Women's Championship on the line, Thunder Rosa against Serena Deeb.
Thunder Rosa.
I
say Thunder Rosa goes over and keep her momentum going. You know what I mean? I like her, and she's a good women's wrestler.
Yep.
And speaking of their whole division, I wouldn't, as we were talking about yesterday, I wouldn't have Sasha and Naomi come in because I don't think those two characters would fit in with their concept. Like I said, between both of them, I know they're stars, but I don't think they can hang with the AEW women's division. I think they would get lost. Now, I'm talking about as terms in wrestling ability and technique, star power. I'm talking about because think about it, Thunder Rosa would bury Sasha Banks in a wrestling match because Sasha ain't really that good. I mean, she got to look at everything. She can do all this mess.
It's interesting.
I'm talking about as far as wrestling technique.
Okay, so are you basing this on because they're in a WWE type of system? So when they go to an AEW system, because AEW system is a little bit more like strong style, like they're a little bit stiff over there.
Right.
It kind of remind me of Japan a little bit.
Because they don't have those restrictions like WWE do.
Yeah, and that's the part that that we probably have to talk about on a future show. Like,
I'm just saying, I don't think either one of those two can hang with them in that style. Because with Sasha's attitude and as far as I don't think she would take too well to that. Like this, I wouldn't put Sasha in the ring with Thunder Rosa or Hiroshita. I don't think it would work.
No, yeah, that
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
work.
work. It just wouldn't. Because Sheeta would be basically carrying the match, kind of Luna Vachon carried Sable. And we all know what kind of cunt Sable was, but that's another story.
Yeah, Sable was a bitch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, now I'm gonna make a clean sweep. I'm also taking Thunder Rosa too because because she's got vengeance for this match because Serena Deeb, took the NWA Women's Championship from her, like on an episode of Dynamite. So there's some long history between these two.
And that's cool.
Eric, what was that about storytelling that AEW doesn't do? Yeah,
long time storytelling.
Yeah, AEW has great storytelling to me. From what I see,
They got this shit. Their shit is on lock. Like their storytelling is so fucking cool.
for the most part.
right? Because this whole pay per view, the storytelling is excellent.
Yes, from top to bottom. Like, dude, like you can't get no better story. Some of the storytelling goes back 20 years.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I grew up on that this is wrestling. This was wrestling.
Yes.
See, I'm emotionally invested. That's the key. You want the fan to be emotionally invested in your stories and in your wrestlers.
Right. And the thing is, too, what people have to take this in consideration, Double or Nothing is not this week and it's trending.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People want people when you watch a pay-per-view, especially, you know what I'm saying, like WrestleMania, whatever, you want to get hyped at that. You want to get hyped up the entire month. Not like, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, I'll see if I get hyped up by the time of the pay-per-view. Nigga, we got one fucking week of Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is one of their biggest pay-per-views.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is where it started everything about for AEW. This was the pay-per-view I went to in person. And that's why I'm still a fan.
I bet you had a ball. I bet you had a blast, didn't you?
I had a ball.
Yeah.
There you go. Wish I was with you. I've been screaming so much. I've been hoarse.
I seen John Moxley run past me. Matter of fact, me and him locked eyes. That's the crazy part. It was me, me, Cruz, and damn, forgot his goddamn name.
Yeah, because I saw the picture, but it's like I knew you just had it out. But while thinking about that, yeah, because there's still a couple other things that we need settling for when it comes to Double or Nothing. Namely, the Owen Hart tournament.
Julian. That's his name.
Julian Bell.
Yeah, Julian.
Yeah, because we know Adam Cole's in the men's finals. The question is, will we have an undisputed elite final, or will Samoa Joe ruin that party?
If they want to do long-term storytelling, I would do Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
Yep.
I would do a continuance. Why not?
And it makes sense. And you think this goes all the way back to like Ring of Honor days between these two?
Well, more importantly, it goes back to NXT, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good NXT.
Of course, the Undisputed Era history there too.
That's what I'm saying. There's storytelling with that too. And then, you know, with Samoa Joe, he crossed paths with Adam Cole as well, and Kyle O'Reilly, if I'm not mistaken. So it really doesn't matter, like, you know, who faces who. It's still going to be a story to tell. But then Samoa Joe has some problems with, you know, Jay Lethal.
Yeah, twice in 2 weeks now. He's been jumped by him, and the big guy really hasn't done nothing. It's been all Jay Lethal and the other guy beating him up. I'm hoping Samoa Joe gets some backup or something, or jumps one of them or something and get Kakita clutch.
Because
like, Samoa Joe is badass.
Yes, and the thing is that he should be heel, not face. He makes a bad face.
Yeah.
He can be both, because like I said, even if he's a babyface, he still has the same attitude. He's still mean looking. It's not like he comes out with the towel and he's all, you know, still all business. You know what I mean?
True, but I like the Samoa Joe in TNA. Like when he was in the X division, this man was a killer. This man had blood on his tile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
like I'm telling you, he was a
he wore it as a badge of honor.
yes. That's the Samoan Joe that I want. I know he got older and his knees is giving out and shit, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Like I said,
I'd say like, either way, like depending on what happens when. Matter of fact, actually, yeah, because that's right. They're in Vegas. They're going to be in Vegas all the way from Dynamite to Double or Nothing this
Very
week.
much so.
And it's in Vegas, the city.
All week.
Yeah, because they're going to be because they're going to be in like two different arenas, like for Dynamite and Rampage. Then they're going to be at T-Mobile Arena for the pay-per-view. So,
yep.
Right. Yeah, we also got the women's side, and of course, semifinals will be Wednesday with Tony Storm and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And then Friday on Rampage, the other semifinal will be Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander. And then, of course, the winners will face each other Sunday in the women's final of the Owen Hart tournament.
I hate to say this though, but I am not invested in the women's part. Ruby Soho, they disappointed me with her.
Yeah, and the name just Ruby Soho. I mean, you can Ruby Riott. It'd have been better, but of course that's been trademarked. But right. you could have Ruby is okay, but Soho, I never really understood. That sounds so, I guess Asian is insulting. I don't know why, because it's Soho. Think about that. Soho.
Soho. Like it sounds like a Chinese porn almost.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, it sounds like something.
Even though I know the song of the same name, but it was like,
it's like something that you'll hear from Pokemon or Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh or some type of shit. And then on top of that, her entrance music is trash.
Well, it's from one of her favorite punk bands. Of course, I can't stand punk music. You know what I mean? So I don't listen to that.
I get into
everybody has to say, I'm old school hip hop and jazz man. So that's just me. I can't get into that. I can't get into that white stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, ram.
Well,
I gotta admit, like I was sort of with you on the women's tournament because realistically they like sort of booked this the wrong way, because Storm versus DMD should have been the finals for Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, and realistically, I would actually have Velvet go over Statlander.
Really?
Like, yeah, because here's how I could play this one. If you have Tony beat Britt Wednesday, then I would have had Velvet beat Ruby on Friday. Then you get a little something. Tony versus Red in the finals, and then have Tony beat Velvet. Then all of a sudden, you got you a new number one contender for the for Jada and the TBS title. But now with the way that this is getting booked now, I'm like seeing. I think Britt takes this whole thing, and oh damn! I just thought of something.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna have the boyfriend and girlfriend win the damn tournament.
I can see that too, right there. Yeah, because like I said, Adam Cole's a lucky man.
You might want to watch that though. You might want to watch that because we already have Edge and Christian 2.0 already in AEW. You got to be very careful with that because fans will automatically turn that and say that, oh, well, one of my friends.
Well, shit. Adam and Britt already heels, so it ain't like they gonna get.
But you know how fans are. Fans are trash these days. Like they talk about, oh, I know what's going on in the back. That's toxic. This fucking around with each other. Yeah, I mean, like I'm just not here for it.
Yeah. All right, and although this isn't on the card yet, but we know it's going to be Wardlow, MJF.
We already know who's gonna win that one.
I'm thinking that's gonna be Wardlow. It should
Wardlow.
Be. That's the payoff. See, this storyline's been dragging on. It's obvious.
Yes.
You know, he's under contract, so yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Although, like, knowing MJF sneaky as, I wouldn't be surprised if he won. But yeah, this is more likely going to be Wardlow. Then the main event.
The best in the world.
Hangman, Punk, AEW Championship. And I got to admit, this one has been getting real intense lately.
This storyline is interesting. It's been very interesting. On one hand, you have a consistent but then dry champion. Now, this is when Eric Bischoff said that, you know, Paige is a joke champion. I kind of disagree. He's not a joke champion, but he's an inexperienced world champion. I would say that. He just doesn't. He's great as a chaser, but then when it comes to holding a championship, he's not really good with that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Bischoff was more going off on Omega when he was talking about somebody being a comedy champion.
I'm sorry, but he gave me life, and he was champion like the whole entire year, and he was champion in three companies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. I really wish he would have told us, like, when you say joke of a champion, like, who are you talking about? But if he's talking about Omega, well, I mean, he gave me life, so.
I like Kenny Omega. Now, if any of you guys watch Jim Cornette, he calls Kenny Omega Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't like him. I mean, I think Kenny Omega can wrestle.
Because of all of his like indie stuff and all that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But to go to where you were originally going with Chris, that whole promo he said where it's like, oh, this isn't going to be the masturbatory Bret Hart celebration match or whatever. That changed Hangman for the better, because it was like too many times I had seen his opponents be dominating the promo to the matchup. And I was like, actually, I could go back before that. Like when he confronted Adam Cole and then just straight got to the point and said, "You, me, Texas Death Match, and I'm gonna bury your ass." I was like, that was the Hangman I felt we needed to see a little more often, at least as far as the promos went. Because as far as the matches go, Hangman pretty much been batting, I'll say if not 1,000, then he's been batting like a 995.
Yeah, like Hangman has been on defense this whole entire promo series. Now he got some good ones in, but CM Punk has clearly been the aggressor. Clearly. Hangman going into Chicago as AEW champion, I don't see that happening. This, if you really want us to see, there's two things that need to happen. CM Punk needs to win. That's number one. And number two, Kenta needs to show up.
Boom.
Kenta needs to show up.
Like I said, like that's definitely, well, the second part's definitely happening. But it was like now that's the part that where I'm getting swung with, because on the one hand, yeah, I do see Punk winning the title and they can't show it up. But on the other hand, after, and I don't know if you caught this last week, but if you go back and listen to the replay of after Hangman does the GTS on Takeshita, listen to Punk's go again. It says, there it is, the GTS popularized by CM Punk, or he said something along those lines.
I heard what he said. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking if Kenta does show up, he screws Punk out of the title.
That is scenario 2. That's scenario 3. That he screws him out of the championship, and now we have a blood feud, just like that.
Yeah, but either way, like them two colliding at Forbidden Door, that's definitely going to be the end result.
That's happening. That's happening because right now their feud is too goddamn hot right now. Like, this is a feud that we've been wanting to see for the last 10 years. Like, ever since CM Punk been doing that GTS. And Kenta has been after him for the longest. Matter of fact, they came very close. They came dangerously close. But now it's becoming more and more
imminent.
It's becoming a reality now. That Kenta's going to show up.
For those who cross path, it's imminent now.
Yeah. It's just a matter of when.
That's right.
But if you really want to get Forbidden Door, if you really want us to really see what Forbidden Door is going to be like, it needs to happen at Double or Nothing. It cannot happen after, because right now you don't have a match card right now. You don't have anything. So to get us hyped up, I need CM Punk versus Kenta. It could be for the title or a non-title. But either way, we need to see it.
Yeah, I would be like this, like, Kenta very much just wants to embarrass Punk for, like, in Chicago, just to say that, not only did you want to say you're master of my move, not only that, I'll show you how it's done, and I'll show it in front of your own people. Now, you had the title on the line. Ooh, that does make it a lot juicier, though.
But, very much so.
But like I said, and then like with Punk sort of kayfabing as like, Kenta's not on my radar right now and all that other stuff. That's why I'm more leaning towards Kenta screwing him out of the title, because now it's like, oh, I'm not on your radar. Well, guess what? I'm going to give you a reason to put it, because the one thing you want most, I'm going to take it for you, like you've been taking my move for the last 10 years.
And that's why the storyline makes sense. This is called logic, everyone. One-on-one. This is called logic. If you want to build up a great storyline, this is how you do it. Yes.
Yeah, whack-ass wrestling entertainment. Take notes.
Please take notes. So what we're gonna do is did you guys have anything else before we go to commercial? And then we're going to go into our last segment, which everyone wants to talk about so goddamn much. All right, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break for about 3 minutes. Shit, what the fuck? Okay, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break if my shit works. Okay, all right. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. So we'll be
right back after these messages.
Yes. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, we'll be back.
#Heels for Life will be back after this brief commercial break.
Wannabe stuntman Mike gave up, aka Crazy Mike.
We film our lives 24/7, pretty much. We have a camera wherever we go.
Today, Mike considers a backflip off a vending machine.
Dude, I don't know, right? You want to do it? I'm recording.
He knows it's not smart. But Crazy Mike wants to protect his rep, if not his face.
Oh, dude. You alright?
He doesn't get enough rotation and slams nose first into the concrete.
Oh, dude. You alright? You alright?
I'm seriously hurt. I'm just hoping for the best. I'm hoping there's no permanent, brain damage or anything.
At the hospital, Mike hears his diagnosis.
No broken bones, no blood anywhere. And, had about a headache for a week afterwards. Then I was back to normal, doing backflips at other locations,
A year of flipping later, and Crazy Mike wants a second chance to validate his nickname.
It's like that, man.
Any normal person that felt the way I felt wouldn't be here today. But I'm Crazy Mike, so I am here today, and I am going to try what I tried last year, except this time I'll be a little more successful. Hopefully. I'm either going to be in a really happy state of mind or a really regretful state of mind. Let's find out.
Dude,
Mike's three-point landing results in a broken foot, knee, and multiple fractures in his face. The whiplash accelerates his head into the ground faster than a car going 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Mike can barely communicate through a severe concussion.
I regret it a lot. I told you, right, I was going to be regretful.
I got hurt again doing the same stupid thing.
Mike used to think he could handle any outrageous challenge.
Oh, dude.
But this double whammy drove the point home.
All right, y'all, we are back. All right, so this is the segment you guys been wanting to talk about since I put this out here on Thursday. All right, let me go down here. All right, so the topic for this evening is NXT 2.0, the Pornhub of wrestling. Yeah, let's really get into this shit. All right, so Reese, how do you want to start this off?
Let's go to what started this whole thing in the first place.
All right.
So yeah, now people want to kind of put this off on Mandy Rose a little bit. Strangely, she is not the cause of this.
Why not?
Yeah,
I put it on Mandy Rose.
I get the looks and all this, but yeah, now she does not have like a Pornhub or OnlyFans or anything else, whatever. We'll get down to that list now.
Okay.
But everybody remembers the whole interview with Athena, aka Ember Moon, a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
The reason why we have this picture of Mandy up is because, as she mentioned in said interview, people, WWE is telling her that, hey, you guys gotta be a little bit more like Mandy or whatever.
Dress sexier.
Mandy.
Yeah, and of course, Ember said, man, that ain't how I roll. I like kind of go towards kids. I go to like more hardcore wrestling fans. Like,
right.
That's
and I
my
can wrestle. She can wrestle. Mandy can't.
Yes. Right. And that and that's why I'm trying to figure out. Okay. All right. The reason why I decided to talk about this because I talked to a lot of wrestling fans and I got a really great response because of this picture alone. NXT 2.0 was supposed to be, I guess this is Vince's image or whatever, because Vince and Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn were the ones that broke down the original NXT and decide to make it into Nickelodeon, and they wanted to make this for kids. The colorful, set, the production, and everything else that comes along with it. Okay, I was like, okay, just just if it's not broken, don't change it, don't fix it, don't just leave it alone. But Vince McMahon, I guess his whole thing is that his ego always gets in the way of the greater good. The greater good was basically NXT Gold and Black. It was nothing wrong with it, but he had the issue with it because they lost to AEW on Wednesday nights. So now we get this shit right here.
And
go ahead.
No, and Triple H went down with a heart issue.
Yes.
So that was the opening for Nick Khan to do what he did. He came and fired everybody. And I got to tell you, Chris, this shit is made for kids. Just this picture alone, this is not for kids. It's not for children.
Yes.
No parental discretion is advised. This basically takes you back to the Attitude Era, but it's in the developmental show.
Right. But like when you see NXT 2.0, the logo, yeah, you're right. This is a 2.0. This is BT meets the Wonder Years, or or
I called the Wonder Years, maybe
the Wonder, right? And
Peter Lyons. No offense, him.
And like I'm like, okay, all right, I get the whole the direction where you want to go, where you want to build younger stars, you know what I'm saying, not your traditional, like, you know, building up wrestlers, like, you know what I'm saying, like bringing the wrestlers from another company. Y'all bringing them in from college, like, you know, the athletic ones, the ones that came from, you know, the Olympics and shit. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, all right, fine. But then going into the NXT 2.0 era, it's like we start seeing a shift. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely not talking about shifting. Well, not shifting to turbo, but it seems like shifting to porn. Because like I've told people before, you know, I have my porn here and then I have my wrestling here. I'm not trying to blend them all together and shit and try to make a recipe out of this, because right now you have a recipe of failure right now. And because like I don't know, like what you see on your screen is it makes your dick hard. It makes you moist. It makes you just want to just bust a nut in their faces. You know, that type of shit. But I'm not here for that right now. I'm here for the wrestling. So Mandy went from excuse me, hold on. She went from this to this. And it's like, interesting. Now I mean,
I don't feel you know, it was still, you know.
And then this chick right here, like from day one, like she went from this. Now you would have thought that she's like, you know, she had a growth spurt, you know what I'm saying? But she went from this to this.
Are you a dominatrix? It's supposed to be a wrestler. We don't want to say, look, we already got Rhea Ripley.
She got an ass on her though, for real.
All the time.
You know, she went from that, and then, you know, this is all I see. That's all I see. That, and, you know, and then today, I want to show y'all a video. So I do not know who this person is. Like, his name is Quincy something. So take a look at this.
Oh, hell no. Okay.
So this is Quincy Elliott, y'all. So I guess this is the new gay viscera of this generation. I guess I'm not really exactly sure.
Okay.
How he was humping the pole, like he was getting ready to, you know, go. He wanted to be a writer or some type of shit. Like, I'm like, the last time I checked, you were a man, not a woman.
Marcus territory.
Yeah, and you know, me being a gay man, I mean, I wasn't even inspired by this or even sexually aroused. I sat there and I said, wow, interesting. So we got big man that wants to be bottoms and wants to get fucked, you know, but I thought that this was wrestling. I didn't know that was gay porn. I didn't know that. Once again, everybody, this just goes back to what I said before. This is why we are talking about this. It's NXT 2.0, the Pornhub of wrestling. Now, the footage that you just seen, ladies and gentlemen, really actually it asks the question, is this porn of wrestling? And I really believe that we're going into that realm.
I would say yes, yeah. I would agree, yeah, because see that, and like I said, that's got Vince written all over it.
Yeah, I think he missed them days of like Candice Michelle and Tori Wilson and Sable all posing in Playboy.
Stacy Keibler, remember?
Yeah.
Go, woohoo, puppies!
Now, Reese, we talked about this about the OnlyFans page. So, can you elaborate more on that? On like where this is heading? As far as like the women that were released, it seems like all of them has either went to another company or they have their OnlyFans page. So I'm gonna give you the floor.
All right, so this is kind of a little mixed with this one because it's either women who were in NXT or some form of WWE and that got released, but there's also been women like on Impact or like other companies that have also like turned to OnlyFans, and some of that list would include, B-Fab, who, if y'all remember from Hit Row, she's the female member of the group. Shelly Martinez, who you may remember, Selena from the original LAX, going to TNA. Tony Storm, who pretty much was the most noted person on the list. Scarlett, which by the cross, you lucky son of a... Chelsea Green, aka the future Mrs. Cardona. Kira Hogan. Since we were talking about Jade and the Baddies earlier. Deonna Purrazzo, who up until a couple weeks ago had like the Ring of Honor and AAA Women's Championships. Of course, Jordan Grace, also for Impact. And then these two should come to a surprise to nobody. First, Katie Forbes, who y'all know best as Rob Van Dam's woman.
Wow.
And of course, I don't know how many times she's gotten arrested in now. Sunny.
Oh yes.
Oh, that bitch. Her.
This DUI.
So Sunny has been in trouble more times than we can count. She's a racist. She's an alcoholic. She's a porn star.
Now she's a murderer.
And she's a murderer now. So I'm trying to figure out where the WWE is going to speak up about this. Is this white privilege? Is it because they're trying to stay away from this? Or are they trying to distance themselves from this? I mean, this is WWE business. Just because you're not in the company doesn't mean that they're not going to attach your name to the WWE. Because people has already been talking about, they saying, Hall of Famer Sonny has been doing such and such and such and such. But the WWE has not, they've been very, very quiet. And I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so what's going on here? I mean, like, where is the consistency? I mean, you did this shit with Hogan, but you decided to put him on punishment and then put him on 3 minutes later. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, after him going on an apology campaign, which nobody bought, because this is what I said to him on Twitter when I got blocked. Cracker Hogan, you're not sorry you said it. You're sorry your white ass got caught.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'd be remiss if I forgot on my list. Perhaps the woman who's original story started all of this. Zelina Vega.
Interesting.
She got fired.
Yep.
Then they brought her back.
Yeah. So, excuse me. There's a lot of. I just really believe that, the women, females, the ones that got excommunicated from the, their respected companies, whether it's the WWE or AEW or Impact. Now they're starting to go to, fan only pages now. They're making them now, and they're becoming more and more popular. I mean, like I just told you, like this chick right here, she was the first person that we talked about this evening. She made like 20 grand within within one day.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, sex appeal only will get you so far. It will. So when I said that, NXT has it turned into Pornhub, I would have to say yes, because more than anything, men would not come to watch NXT 2.0 for the wrestling. They'll come to see some pussy and some big ass titties. Which brings me to this chick right here. When we look at her, instantaneous erection. That's all men been talking about is this chick. They don't talk about her wrestling ability. They just talk about how much big ass that she has, and they fantasize on like that. I mean, that's what men do. That's what men do. Men fantasize about chicks like this.
And the thing is, this overshadows any wrestling talent she should be able to display, because when you present them like this, put them in this costume and in this light, it's like the wrestling talent. Their wrestling talent doesn't mean anything. And I'm pretty sure she's talented. I mean, she probably has some ability, but she's not being allowed to showcase that when you're showcasing this. And see, this is Vince's problem with whether it's NXT put on or the main show. Of course, the main show is, like I said, for kids now, PG rated, because they have corporate sponsors now, outside sponsors. NXT, I guess, is more private, but this has gotten, to your question, I agree also, yes, it's turning to Pornhub. Look, going back to Tammy Sitcher for a second, it isn't so much, as WWE still lists her as a Hall of Fame when she shouldn't be. And the other thing is, you list her as a Hall of Famer, but you won't put China in by herself when she also did porn. But see, that's because of her personal,
So Juan said that what's funny is that everyone wants the Attitude Era back. Then the women dress less with their ring attires and all, and then everyone wants to call it the Pornhub of wrestling. LOL. I mean, I don't watch the current bullshit, and I've seen the clips of the women at the Nikki Lines. LOL. Yeah. And the OnlyFans situation with the current past WWE females is basically the digital version of what some of the divas did back then, which was Playboy. I mean, my whole thing is this: like, I don't care if they want to turn it to Pornhub. My thing is, like, why do you keep shifting your agenda? If you said and it goes back to what I said about NXT. NXT did not do all of this shit. They didn't come out on promos talk about, yeah, I'm flexible, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like they was all about they were about their wrestling. They wasn't about their pussy lips and how big and wide they could spread them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's interesting that, she's flexible. I mean, I get it. But, I mean, this is just what I've been seeing. And this is why I really want to kind of talk about this, because it's just I don't know what direction NXT 2.0
like to think sex sells, but to a point, yeah. To a point, yeah, like you only said, Chris, sex appeal can only go so far.
Yes.
Because eventually that's when, the quote unquote bathroom breaks started happening. And then when people got tired of it, and especially when the women themselves got tired of it, that's how the whole hashtag gives divas a chance things came about.
Correct. Right. Exactly.
And the funny thing is about this, you talk about hashtag give divas a chance. What happened to Sasha and Naomi shatters all that now. That bullshit is shattered, and this also shatters it. It's like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you want women a chance and prove that they can be same competitive levels with the men, stop doing this shit. And as far as Reese, you said about the OnlyFans, yeah, they'll only go so far. See, the only reason why CJ Perry made so much money is because it's her first time doing it, and people wanted to see her. She's basically a flavor of the month. After a while, like, no one cares. We've seen it before. Let's see somebody else. Somebody else is going to come on. New Day been on there is going to make 20,000 or more in one day.
Yeah, Malik. Let me take you one step further. You know what else is going to wind up happening when you overdo sexuality and stuff? Wasn't it just a couple years ago that we had Sonya Deville getting stalked by somebody?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. As a matter of fact, that's funny that you say that because somebody else, someone paid.
Because somebody found her address and she had to call the police. Her boyfriend had to call the police. See, doing this shit also attracts stalkers.
Yep.
So, CJ Perry, be careful.
Yes.
I hope nobody finds your home address.
And then I'll even take it another step further. Didn't we also just have hashtag speaking out, and we just had like a bunch of wrestlers exposed for sexual harassment?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so apparently, let me see. Okay, Kevin said, like, what's up with the video with the big guy backing it up on a pole? Is he a wrestler? Yes, he is. As a matter of fact, I will replay it one more time, even though I do not want to.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, well, okay.
Oh, shut up. All right, I'll replay it again.
Because this is sad.
Hold on.
And this is a brother too. See, that's why.
I couldn't do it.
He's the type of person. I don't see him going nowhere. I don't see him going to the main roster. Nowhere.
Yeah. I don't either.
He's gonna be like the next No Way Jose or something like that.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, No Way Jose. Yeah, that was a terrible gimmick.
Yes, he is currently a wrestler. As a matter of fact, he just came from the Performance Center not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, his titties droop down. Like I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna really leave him alone. But yeah, he popping like a bitch. Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, and then Paige's sex tape. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen that. Yeah.
And that's why folks, or more so fans, were invested in Paige even more, because she was sucking some black dick and she was riding what's the name?
Don't be exasperated like your boy Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was always thank you for that damn line, because
that was so funny. That was him and Brad Maddox. That's what it was.
Maddox, yeah, and yeah, Kevin, I'm a big guy too, but you know what I'm saying, my chest don't. My chest don't droop down like that, though. I mean, I'm not trying to. I swear to God, I am not judging at all. But it's just, the thing is it's like I looked at his chest and I'm just like, dude, like, don't take that shit. Don't be a visceral. We don't need to see your we don't need to see your cinnamon rolls. We really don't.
Rolls. Damn. I would never buy something like that.
If anybody gonna have cinnamon rolls,
I mean, listen. I got some cinnamon rolls.
I want none now. I don't want them now. I'll never eat none now.
Oh my God.
I love food. That's,
No, that was listen. That was Kevin's fault.
Chris, I'm gonna get your.
Listen. I was trying to find. I could have said ho hos. I couldn't have said that, but that's not round. That's actually this. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna go to final thought.
Hey, look, if you want to say ho hos.
Yeah,
ho or be Mandy Rose and Nikita Lyons. Ho hos. There you go.
Like any Godfather's chicks come back. But that's
whole train. Now I do miss that. That was funny.
Yes. But yes, we're on final thoughts, everybody. So we're gonna go around. This has been a very interesting podcast. But yes, next week, what we're gonna do is. I'm going to get with the crew. I was supposed to have, as a matter of fact, I got two people I got to talk to, actually. I was supposed to have a special guest to next week, but he's out of town, so he'll be in, I think, Chris somebody, I forgot, Chris Classic Williams, yes. He is a podcaster, and he's a wrestler in the business as well. So he'll be on here in 2 weeks. Next week, we're going to be doing Double or Nothing. As far as it being streamed, y'all's 4 hours. So I will let you guys know what's the deal with that, though. But we are definitely on the road to Double or Nothing. Also, I have an announcement. Fasten your seatbelts. There's a possibility I will be talking to Big E, but just not publicly. One of my friends actually knows Big E personally. And he's going to I'm going to be talking with him. I didn't understand that. I wasn't talking to you. Okay, anyway. But yeah, he's going to be setting me up. We're going to be on a three-way call, or like a three-way video conference call, and I'm going to be talking with him along with Kevin, and we're going to be talking with Big E. I think he talked to Big E yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. He showed me the footage or whatever, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" You know. Yeah, so
going back to segment 1, somebody failed to push.
Yeah. So I'm glad you guys had fun. But yeah, let's go around. Let's go around real quick. Malik, you are first.
Final thoughts. It was an honor to be on here. I had a blast. Hope to do it again soon. And like I said, AEW Double or Nothing. I will be watching. NXT 2.0, Pornhub, yeah, that's got to change, you know. Basically, what we discussed about, you know, about what they were about the stalking, and then all of a sudden, you know, they want to give you a chance and like want to improve the image of women. You're basically contradicting yourselves, WWE. You're going back and forth and round. 1 minute you want to be politically correct. Next minute, of course, the females, I guess, got to make some money. Now, you can make some money, but look, the money you're making, invest in it, go to college. Don't go to OnlyFans. Go to college. Get an education outside the business. That might help. That way you can use your mind, use your brain, and not your body. So, CJ Perry, you already got some money. Go to college. Get off the OnlyFans. Because to me, I don't call that OnlyFans. I call that porn fans. You call it porn fans.
Porn fans?
Porn fans. Oh, boy. Anyway, like I said, I had a blast. Like I said, me, 3 Black Kings here uniting. That's what I want to see.
Very much so.
Uniting all the Black Kings on YouTube, and let's speak on wrestling the way we want to.
Yes. I know some of you guys are not going to agree. We're going to agree to disagree, but this is how we deliver wrestling, everyone. So.
We don't pull on punches, and damn sure ain't holding my tongue. Like Denzel Washington said, I don't scratch my head unless it itches, and I do not dance unless I hear some music. I will not be intimidated.
Yeah, there will be no coonery on this podcast at all. You know what I'm saying? None. And I mean coon with a K, not with a C. I don't do C's.
And there will be no and there will be no cracker talk on this podcast. I'm talking cracker with a triple K. Yeah.
But thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Mr. Rock and Reese. Go ahead.
First. Corey Graves.
That bitch.
Yeah. Corey. Now Now, I know you like your job and whatnot, and I know you just got married and whatever, but could you do a better job? If you're going to do a job of separating you as a character from you as a person, could you do a better job of it? Because this just happened to pop up on my line right now, and I'm seeing this quote that you posted just after everybody roasted you for going after Sasha.
Oh, really?
500th time on Tuesday. Yeah. No. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna send it like after. Actually, let me see if I could flip this real quick.
So what you can do is, if you can use the share. You can use the share. Yeah.
I'm just gonna like email it real to you because I know we're like kind of going off time or whatever.
Okay.
But second thing, AEW, I am hoping that this leak that I just recently saw is not true. Because if so, y'all just gave away 2 of your matches for Double or Nothing before it even happened. Although
I'm not even looking at the no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, because I'm like, this is where I gotta go with this. Fans, I know we want to know stuff, but can y'all at least let some things be a secret?
Please.
I mean, for real. Because that's kind of the whole point of watch wrestling, that you want to watch for the surprise factor. Like, even if stuff is predictable. And it's just like, with everything coming up now between Double or Nothing Sunday, Hell in a Cell, Forbidden Door, and Slammiversary, and like all the other stuff, because I know Jaquez would have gone after me if I didn't put in some Impact reference.
No, he would have.
Yeah. Hey, Quez, I represent for Impact, right? So, But anyway, yeah, everybody, this is a good time for wrestling, even though we got like a whole bunch of controversies too. Yeah, we can still talk about the bad stuff and dwell on that, like when there's nothing on TV. But when it's time for the actual show, let's just sit back and enjoy it, or try to as best they can. And if something happens that's stupid, yeah, we can sit and make fun of it. But when something exciting's happening, let's give it the love it deserves.
Very much so. Very much so. All right. So my final thought. I've been enjoying the podcast and like doing this shit for full time. I just want to get paid for it. I just ask you guys just to just subscribe at our channel at #HeelsForLife Wrestling Podcast. If you guys not on our YouTube, on our Facebook fan page, just go on there and just subscribe and just click. And then we go on YouTube, hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get so when we go on the air, it'll pop right up for you. As far as like everything else, I am excited for this week. I'm excited for my potential meeting with Big E. Double or Nothing. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. As far as our fan base go, you guys have been absolutely awesome. I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to do something great for you guys for our 200 episode. That's going to be coming up very quickly. Can't believe we're heading toward 200 episodes. Oh my god. But the fans need to understand is that I'm not on here to like make you dislike me. I'm a fan just like you. Like I said, I do this for a living. I do this because I love wrestling. And I just want to see greater things. It doesn't make me an expert. It just makes me, you know what I'm saying, better than you. I'm just playing. I just had to take that from MJF anyway. But no, like I love wrestling and I love to debate and I love to, share a form of thought with, you know, people that wants to talk about wrestling instead of being trolls. That's just how I roll. If you guys did miss our episode, I really strongly encourage you to go back and listen to this episode, because this episode has been absolutely epic. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Remember to subscribe to Malik X and #Heels for Life on YouTube. I'm gonna keep saying that until I'm blue in the face, because we need some subscribers for real. Malik, once again, a pleasure to meet you, brother. I had so much fun. I enjoy your insight, and I pray that you have more success.
Thank you.
You know, on your pockets and career. Yes,
it was an honor to be on here. Like I said, I'd like to come back, and like I said, you and Reese, you can come on my show too. I have it all in my.
Yes, most definitely. You just let me know when you need us.
Rocky Reese, do you have a Facebook by any chance?
Yes, I do.
Could you make it in the private chat? I will friend you. I'm on Facebook now.
All right.
Yep. So everyone, we will be back next Sunday for Double or Nothing. It might be a late ass podcast, but if you guys want to come on, we will do fan reaction. But yeah, until that time, you guys have a wonderful work week, and we will see you guys next week. Peace, everybody.
Peace and blessings.
Bye.
All power.
Bye.